What's up, guys? Welcome back to Talk to Me Entertainment. I'm your host, as always, Mr. Lag. No, I'm playing. Nas, N2O, I go by a couple of names. We'll be, introducing those as we get to know each other just a little bit better, but it's been a minute, guys, I've just really been honestly changing as a person, really rediscovering myself and getting to a point where I could say that I've become a new individual, a proud new individual. And honestly, I'm changing every day. And it's really exhilarating. Um, I can say that I'm loving life. I am having a great time, like, just being alive in a way that sometimes I can understand people stray away from, like when shit just gets tough, like from a mental standpoint, from just like, you just don't really want to fucking keep going. Not like, no crazy shit, but just like, you get so boggled up with the stress and the anxieties of the what ifs and the, well, here we go again, and the, well, damn, this can't be happening to me right now. And you just have to understand that it's happening to everybody around the world, and everybody's handling it in a different way, or it already happened to them, and they changed the tide, and it's your turn. So today, today's episode is about self-reflection and what I've honestly come to learn about myself since I've been away from you guys. I have been lagging, and before, I'm not gonna lie, I would feel bad, and I still do feel bad because I feel like I owe you guys just the utmost just for still being here and supporting, but I also owe it to myself to be real and authentic, because that's also what I promised, and also like be able to decipher what I want to share and what's great content to put out there, like from just like a standpoint of obviously me being a private person and obviously wanting to understand myself in different ways. Like, I want to be a future psychologist. I am a future psychologist. That's something that, I've been understanding words of affirmation in a way where you have to affirm what you are. Like, at any given moment in time, you have to keep that positive attitude at all times. You have to always just keep yourself going. And you just gotta keep yourself going, no matter what. Like, it's you. Even if you have everybody around you, it's you. No one can change that. And it's always just your mindset. Like, you can control so much with it. So we're just gonna hop right into it. One day I really woke up, like, under some crazy shit, like, and I went and looked in the mirror and was like, literally was like, damn, nigga, you're not doing shit. And shit, it was hard for me to take. No cap, like, there was no other way for me to really digest that, especially since it was me saying it, because, like, I felt like everybody knows that you're your own worst critic, and for me, I can really be a dick. So I really just was just in the mirror for like about 15 minutes, And I ended with a question like, you know, who the fuck are you? And I really didn't know. Like, I really didn't know. I lost myself. Like, those socks that you lose in the washer and dryer. But they come back and they like, they're just magically there again. Like one day, at least in my experiences, they always come back and reappear. But I feel like I went through a little spin cycle, like kind of had some turbulence. And I was drying off and cooling off for a little bit. So I don't know where I was stuck at, but I was stuck in the void. Like I can't really say anything other than like I was stuck in the void. Like you have to take accountability of different things. You have to understand your own reality and decide if you want to change it or not. And understand that you have the power to. Like you are the only person that has the power. And that's a part of like self-reflection that's important. And understand that self-reflection doesn't stop. It's a daily thing. It's a daily thing, and not like you just always putting yourself up, but like you also, telling yourself the truth about yourself. Like understanding like, hey, like maybe I should have went to the gym today. And since I didn't, I should go tomorrow. And if I don't, maybe I should really go the next day and maybe like, not do some other things. Like just about sacrificing and understanding discipline. And I feel like I'm honestly back in a way where I'm ready to be consistent, and I'm here to give my point of view of life because I feel like it needs to be shared. And if it doesn't, I don't give a fuck. I'm still sharing that shit. Because I don't know, I like people listen to me. But with all that being said, I feel like I have personally been humbled multiple times in the past couple of years in a way that has shook me to my core. I can say that I kind of used to be a bit cocky, not in like a bad way, but like I could just do that shit anytime I want, anything I want. Like it's not about anybody else, it's more so about me. It's not like, I mean, if you're in company, yeah, I'm better than you. Yeah, easy. Whatever you want to do. Give me some time. If it's like a skill I need to learn, promise. But anyways, that's more so confidence in me understanding my abilities and my knack to like grasp and attain something that is difficult. I really feel like I have that to myself. And I understand that sometimes, a lot of times I've been lazy. I am a lazy motherfucker in a way where it's like, damn, I really don't like to do a lot. I've never liked to do a lot. I will always do what needs to be done, like the bare minimum. But it's like, I can't reaffirm that. That's not who I want to be. And that's what about like self-reflection is. It's like, okay, I know who I've been. Who do I want to become? I know where I've been. Where do I want to go? I know how I've lived. How would my future self want to live? Or realistically, how do I really want to live now? So my future self could thank me now. Like, damn, nigga, you put in that hard work and you really did that shit. Yippee. Like, come on now. I feel like I am very grateful for that humbling though. Like, I feel like it's been trying to tell me something about the path that I'm on, and I have to have, for one, patience, and I have to have a great head on my shoulders first. I have to have, you know, I have to listen, not only to the other people around me and their advice and be able to like take that in, but I have to listen to like myself and understand that like my stubbornness and hard-headedness could, honestly be a flaw. Like, yeah, it's good to have that like steadfast, like, yeah, I got this shit. However, you can always, learn from something and learn from somebody, because everybody lives a different life, a very unique life, and everybody has a very unique perspective because that's them, you know? And sometimes, yeah, there are people that are followers, but still being a follower, you're still gonna like maybe develop some shit that's like, like, okay, you might have a little spin on it because naturally you have your own way of thinking. I would hope. You know, and I feel like us as people, well, honestly, I shouldn't say us as people, me, because this episode is called self-reflection. I feel like I learned that I have to be more disciplined. Like, not that I haven't learned discipline in my life, but I've always been somewhat of a rebel, just because, like, I have my own way of doing shit, and I feel like I could get it done, and it's truly the right way. Like, there's no wrong way about that. Like, but it's also not smart to not look at the facts and understand that shit. Sometimes my way's not working. Of just like willy nilly, I need some structure, some, some guidelines, like, and it's okay. That doesn't mean I'm changing. It just means I'm focusing for real. It means that I am gaining an ability to really construct my life in the way that I see fit, and that's not bad. I would genuinely, for whatever reason, just not like too many like riggedness. But what I'm understanding is that is a part of life. Doing shit that you don't want to do, you're gonna have to, especially if you're a human. Like, you're gonna have to do shit that you don't want to do. Sometimes there's people above you. Sometimes there's shit that like you could get everything handed to you, but like sometimes there's some shit you gotta work to for yourself. And you don't want to do that shit, but you have to if you want to get to where you really want to go. And I feel like you only learn that when you actually go through those experiences. And when going through those experiences, I also understood that I have to stop taking things so personal. Like, you can't just take everything to heart. Some shit's really just a shoulder shrug. Like, I've always been kind of nonchalant, but you have to have a nonchalantness about life, because it's going to throw a lot of shit at you. And only focus on what benefits you. It's the only thing that's going to bring you the success that you desire. Why? Life is like an active fucking like Hunger Games on a wide scale. Like, everything can like distract you. Everything's there to really be a prohibitor from you succeeding. Like, And sometimes there's things that are going to be there to help you, those little care packages. Sometimes you might have people looking out for you from like different angles, you know? It's like, it's beautiful to me. And you have to live for yourself at all times. I feel as if I've seen myself grow up and maneuver in a way where there are certain things that I would do for other people, but now I'm understanding that like you can really only do what makes you happy at the end of the day. Like, no matter what, everybody's gonna have their opinions. Everybody's going to judge you one way or another. Everybody is going to, you know, say something. And sometimes everybody's not. Who cares? Focus on you. Like, I'm understanding to have that tunnel vision. Like, you're the only one that is living your life. You are in the driver's seat. Yeah, there's some passenger seat drivers, and there's some back seat drivers, there's some truck drivers, and there's some people on the hood trying to give you directions of what you need to do in your car. But it's like, nigga, I got my foot on this pedal, and I'm on go. I might put this shit in sport, so sit the fuck back and shut up. Like, real life, you know? And I feel like understanding that you are in the driver's seat of your life is one of the biggest changes, especially for me, because it's like sometimes you're reacting to things for so long and like just going with the flow of different things. It's like, well, damn, like, when am I doing stuff like that I really actually want to do? When am I doing stuff that is making me genuinely happy in a way that like I'm gonna benefit long term rather than have that short term happiness and making other people excited or, you know, happy for me, and just getting that like little bit of adrenaline boost rather than that long term like, this is my life, like, you know, that like exhilaration that I literally anticipate. So it's all about understanding yourself, and through understanding yourself, well, honestly, through understanding myself, I've understood that your surroundings matter just as much as your mindset. However, there are no excuses in general. You know, like, yeah, your surroundings matter just as much as your mindset, but there are no excuses. You have to stay focused. You are in charge of your life. You're in the driver's seat. Let's say your kid's crying in the back seat. You turn around in the back, you flip the car. Kid dies. You're in the driver's seat. You did that. You weren't focused. Your surroundings. That's not a good example, no, it's damn. But anyways, it's like, let's say you're in a car with people that do drive-bys. Like, unfortunately, you might get caught in one. Like, just because you're in that type of, like, surroundings, your mindset can really be like, oh, well, I'm not about that, but you're around it. You're in the surroundings, you're in the settings, so you get to be fair game. And that's just more so about, like, life. Life is an even playing field at all times. Like, you will outgrow people, and people will outgrow you. And sometimes you might reconnect with people just to like changing through different levels. That's what life is. Life is a constant competition amongst everyone. It's very friendly in my eyes. Sometimes it's hostile between people when it gets a little ugly, when, you know, different things get involved. When it's just like relationships or like money, or whether it's just like fucking feelings, you know? Like anything that derives from feelings and like, you know, respect and all those and pride, and that's when everything really can get a little ugly. But I feel like the most important thing I've also learned like over this past like couple years is being 100% real with not only myself but everyone that I encounter in every situation, just because where's lying gonna really get you? Genuinely. Other than drama. Let people choose. Let people choose. But yeah, like when you let people choose, it just kind of like gives them the power. And you giving them the power is all the power you ever need. Boom. Why? Because it takes away the stress from you and what you're like thinking about and like the situations you might be in, because you were just 100% yourself at all times. You don't second guess anything. You don't, you know, if someone has anything to say, they, could possibly speak up or like, but you handle yourself the best way you ever learned, the best way that you could, the only way you know how you could. And I'm learning that that's the best way, in all due respect, and understanding that while being 100% real with other people and myself, it's like to the core, it's an everyday thing. Like it's being hard on myself. Like I was fucking fat for a little bit. Like I still feel fucking fat. Like I need to look like fucking Michael B. Jordan in Creed 2. Yes. I need to have a fucking chest like Wolverine. I need abs like Superman. Indeed. These are my goals. How am I gonna get them? By fucking doing that shit. Why? Because I don't want to be fat and I want to look good in my clothes. And I want to be fit. I want to be able to go on hikes. Like, you have to have goals for yourself. Like, be real with yourself and understand, like, look, like, some shit makes different people happy. I'm not here to judge anybody, but I am here to have opinions. And those opinions could be judgmental, in your opinion, but I'm not judging you. How you live your life is not about to affect me, but I could tell you some good shit that you might not want to hear. Like, realistically, if you were on the bigger side, what is going for a walk going to do in a negative way for you? Maybe on a treadmill. If you can't save money, what is putting $50 away from the paycheck going to do for you? What is putting 100 going to do? It's going to be there. Can't save it. Now you are trying to, at least. Do it. What's it going to do? You're trying to save. Put it there. Do that shit. Maybe not 50 or 100, maybe like $3 first. That's the shit I be on. I for sure be feeling like, I'm not about to hear myself out. Shut the fuck up. But it's really just like being really real and authentic with yourself. Like understanding, like, look, like, what kind of life do I want? How am I going to achieve that? Like, be goal oriented. That's it. And I feel like that is, the conclusion of what I have to say for you guys. Like, that is like my self-reflection. Like, becoming more goal oriented and like driven and not really letting life take you everywhere. it's just kind of like, you have to do it. You have to. There's no other way.